Elsa, and I'm part of the curriculum team here at compileHer. And in this video, we're going to learn how to create a website. So these days, when you want to learn something new, we rely on looking things up on the internet. But how exactly is that information displayed to us? In this video, we will explore the basics of how to make websites using HTML and CSS, so you can make your own website to talk about your favorite place and create a mock tourism website. So first, let's look at some of the building blocks of a website. Every website you've ever used, like Google, Netflix, or Amazon, are all made up of the same thing called HTML blocks. So right here, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's a language used for tagging or marking up text files to achieve font, color, graphics, videos, and links on web pages. Something that's also often used with HTML is CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS is a visual language used for presentation or styling of a document written up in a markup language such as HTML. CSS files are what make the web colorful, patterned, responsive, and cool. So for HTML, usually HTML elements will consist of a start tag, which looks something like this, and then end with a end tag, which looks something like this with that extra slash. All HTML files usually start with a line that tells a computer what kind of document it should read. That looks something like this, which this is basically telling the computer that this is going to be an HTML file. There are tons of other tags. This is a great link. It should be somewhere near this video, maybe in the description, that has a great list of HTML tags that you could use on your web page. These are some pretty useful examples. So the button tag allows you to place a button on your web page, pretty self-explanatory. And then UL and OL are both ways to create lists. So UL stands for unordered list, while OL stands for ordered list. So if I would like to have like a numbered list, I would use this OL tag. And then LI stands for list item, and it's used in conjunction with the UL and OL to create the actual list. Div, the div tag is used to create sections on your web page. So if I want to separate two sections, if they're about different things, then I would put them each individually into div tags to keep them separated. And then the H1 tag is a header tag. So if I want something to be big and prominent on my screen with a large text size, then I would use the H1 tag. There's H1 through H6 where the size of the lettering goes down as the numbering goes up. And then, like I said before, usually HTML tags consist of an opening and a closing tag, but sometimes they are just an opening tag. A great example is the image tag, which has no closing tag. So I would put image, and then in the source spot, I would put the link to whatever picture I'm using. And then alt stands for alternative text. So for some reason, if the picture is unable to be displayed on the website, then I would put some text here to be shown in its place. Like I said, this is a great resource to find some other, for more information on the text. So let's start brainstorming ideas for a website. There are some questions I've listed on the slide that will help you start to think about what content you want to include. Content is just another way to mean the stuff that you choose to put on your website. So feel free to pause this video and take a minute or two to write down your answers to these questions. It'll make creating your website a lot easier if you have the information that you want to put on it already set and ready. Okay, so now we're going to start actually building the website. So we're going to use something called Glitch. It's a great website that'll help you write the code and display your website to you. So once again, feel free to pause this video, and click on this link that should be linked somewhere around, and watch the video labeled Content 101 Glitch. I'll give you a quick overview about how to use Glitch and what exactly it is. So once you've done that, go ahead and type in, I've already said it, but glitch.com, and it should take you to this page. And then feel free to click sign up and then email magic link. Go ahead and put your email, and then it will send you a link or a temporary login code. So I'm going to go to my email and find that code that I received. It may take a second, just refresh your page. I'm just gonna go there and then sign in. Perfect. So once you've done that and you see this page, go open a new tag and copy in this starter code. So I'm just gonna copy the link address. This should also be linked near the video, and feel free to just paste that into your search bar. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna remix this. So click on these fish, remix on glitch, and it should take you to a page that looks kind of like this. I'm waiting for it to load. All right, so it should look something like this. Feel free to go and read some little information. We're going to spend most of our time working in index.html. You should also feel free to rename the project to whatever you find appropriate. I'm going to do my tourism website on Yukon, Canada. So I'm just going to call it that. If it lets me, there you go, Canada. So feel free to rename it whatever you'd like. So to edit the website, we're going to change the words inside of different HTML tags, like the title or the heading name. You can change this to be about the place you want your tourism to be about. So if you find the title tag right here, go ahead and delete what's already there and place the name of the place you chose to do your website about. And you can feel free to name it anything you like. Like that. So you'll notice that this won't change anything on the website. Go ahead and click here, show, and then I'm going to choose next to code. That way you can see the code that you write show up in real time. So title doesn't change anything on the page. Title is more for when the user searches up your website. This is what will be displayed, or if they bookmark your website, this is what the link will say. So if you wanted to change this heading right here, it would be this H1 tag. So feel free to, once again, change it to whatever you'd like. I'm just gonna do the same thing, do Yukon and then tourism, like that. And you can see that it changes right there on my website. Make that a little bit bigger right there on my website. So now we can add some extra content to our site. The code here shows how to add a list to a page. So like before, here is an unordered list, and you can see that it's bullet points. But if I were to change it to OL tags such as these, then it becomes numbered because now it's an ordered list. So feel free to place into these list items what you found to be the top 5 attractions. I'm going to quickly fill it in like this. Let's say one thing, visit Miles Canyon and go hiking. And then you see it shows up right under the screen. And then if I wanted to change something here, tour SS, make sure you don't accidentally delete any of your tags. So if I wanted to make another list item, it adds the end tags for you, which is really convenient. Let's see. In the wintertime, try ice fishing. So I guess I'll change this to 3 so it's not misleading, but feel free to add as many things to the list as you would like. So you might want to add, you may want to add an element to your website that comes from somewhere else online, like an image or a video or a link. Here we'll see how to put a video onto your site. So first find the video about the place you chose on YouTube. And then once you found the video, click the share button and choose embed, and then copy this embed code. Go back to your website project and delete the other iframe, which is right here. And so what we're gonna do is replace this source with the new video that we've chosen. So I've already chosen the video pulled up. Go ahead, click share, this embed, and then copy this code. Control C or just copy it. And then feel free to replace this whole iframe with your new one. And there you go. Now let's go over how to add an image to your website. So feel free to go to Google Images and search for an image relating to your topic or the place that you chose. Save the image first to your computer or just drag it to your desktop. And then in Glitch, we're gonna go to the Assets tab and upload the image from your computer. And then click on the image once you've uploaded it and copy URL so that you can add it to your web page. And then back in the index.html file, create a new image tag and adding an alt attribute like like I mentioned in the slide before, and the image will show up on the screen. So let's try to do that. So I searched up an image that I want to use. So first I'm gonna right click and just save the image onto my desktop initially. Give it a name that you can find easily and feel free to save that. And then we're gonna go back to Glitch and in our assets, we're gonna upload and we're gonna choose the image that we just downloaded. See it uploading. All right, so now once it's uploaded, go ahead and click on it. And then this is its URL. So feel free to just copy that. So it's been copied. And then we'll go back to our HTML code and add the image. So one thing to remember is all the elements on the page show up exactly in the order that you write it in the code. So if I want my picture to be on top of the video, then I'm going to place it before the iframe tag where I place the video. So go ahead, have an image tag, and I'm going to, as for the source, I'm just going to paste in my link. And then for the alternate text, I'm going to put, I already forgot what the image was. I'm just gonna put Yukon nature. As you can see, it's a pretty big image. It takes up a lot of room. So one other cool thing that you can do in the image tag is kind of size the image so it sits a bit better. So right after I do my alt tag, I'm going to go ahead and put some random width sizing to see if it fits a bit better. I'm going to try to copy the video sizing because it's fits pretty well, height 315. And make sure everything is in quotation marks. So now that I've sized it, it looks way better and I've placed my image on top of the video. So feel free to add as many images and videos as you'd like. So another cool thing that you can do is play with the colors and the fonts and the styles so that it just visually looks a bit better. A super cool and convenient website that you can use is called css.cool. So go ahead and type in css.cool. And for example, if I want to, let's say, font styles or text shadows, actually that'd be cool. If I wanted to add some shadow to my heading, I can go ahead and just copy and paste this. So I copy it first, and then this is actually CSS. So we go open our style.css sheet. And then if I wanted the H1 tag, so everything that is contained in the H1 tag, I wanted to have this shadowing, then I put it here, just go ahead and paste. And then now it has this super cool shadowing. And if I want to change the color, I could go ahead and do black. That'd be more noticeable, like that. I think that looks pretty cool. So there's a ton of other options, a ton of things to play with, different colors, box shadows, fonts, things like that. Everything will work kind of the same way of copy and pasting into the element tag that you want to be different. So that's all for this video. That's pretty much just the basics of HTML. Feel free to look at the resources I've mentioned in the PowerPoint, w3schools.com. It has a lot of information about HTML in general, as well as all the specific tags that you can use. So feel free to add more things to your website, add more attractions, add more places, more photos, more videos, play around with the fonts and the coloring to make it cool. So then once you're finished and you want to share, go ahead and just press share and then copy this live site link and feel free to send it to your friends and they can check out your website. So I hope this was a good introduction to the basics of how a website is made. Once again, if you play around with different HTML tags and styles and see what you can do with your site. And don't forget, if you get stuck, there's so many great resources online. You can Google whatever question you have and I'm sure there's an answer for you.